Hello and welcome. If you are new here, we're so glad to have you. And if you are coming back as a return visitor, just come on in. We are glad you came back. Today you are going to see just some touches of patriotic decor throughout our home. A whole lot of things signify summertime, but right at the top of the list has to be fireworks and the 4th of July. There is nothing that screams summertime any more than that. So we've decked out a little bit here at our house to just help us celebrate the freedoms that we have in this country, to help us celebrate the heritage that we have. And at this time more than ever, we just felt very, very happy adding all of these touches of red, white, and blue to our home, including a brand new flag that James put up out on our front porch. So I hope you enjoy this tour today. I will tell you a little bit about how I've decorated and where the pieces are from. Not on every single piece, but on a lot of the patriotic pieces, I will point out and tell you where they have come from and why they are important to have sitting out this time of year. So I hope you enjoy this tour, and we're just going to get started. Alright, so to my china cabinet, this is the piece that I really enjoy decorating, although it is the most challenging at times. I'm sorry if you hear a lawnmower in the background. But this is my beautiful china cabinet. So patriotic and fun. It just really, every time I'm in here, which is a lot, and I'm looking at it, it just makes me feel, no matter what's going on in our country right now, we have such a great heritage. I don't want to lose that. And I'm prayerful for our country and our country's leaders right now. And I hope you are as well. So here's what we've got going on. Let's start at the top. This bunting little banner. This came from Target Dollar Spot a few years ago. I absolutely adore it. I love gingham and checks and stripes. Oh my goodness, it's perfect. And this ironstone pitcher, I just tucked this vintage gingham napkin. I bought a pack of about, I don't know, I think there's about 12 of them at Goodwill a couple years ago for I think about $5. Just have my old silverware in there, some wooden spoons. These are just some ironstone pieces, including my mom's gravy bowl. I love that. And then here I just tucked in a flag along with the eucalyptus in this old ironstone pitcher. Down here in the center, I just added this plate. I just purchased this, I think, in January or so at a Goodwill in northern Indiana. And I love it. The detailing on it is just gorgeous. It's this scene of, it's a wintertime scene, but it's got the cow and the chickens in the barn. It's got some old tools standing up next to the barn. The farmer and the horse is there at the barn door. The house in the background, the carriage, the wagon. Oh, there's a sled. I just adore this piece. It was a whole 99 cents at Goodwill. This little picture came from Kohl's a few years back for very, very cheap. I don't know, less than a couple bucks, I think. I just have these blue flowers in there and an American flag there. And then moving to the bottom, I love this old vintage picnic bucket, I guess is what it is. It's in really good condition considering its age. It's very old. I got this at a stop. If you're familiar with the Covered Bridge Festival in Indiana, It's a huge, awesome festival in the fall, and I think I paid maybe $10 or $11 for that. I love it. Here I just pulled back out my little barn, my little white barn. This was from Hobby Lobby. It does light up, I just don't have it lit up right now. And then these are just little pigs. This is America the Beautiful. And these just have little ribbons. I have blue and red ones of those. I think those came from Hobby Lobby a few years ago. This Sweet Land of Liberty was a clearance find at Hobby Lobby a year or two ago. And then I just added to my picture geraniums and some lamb's ear. I love geraniums. If you watch my garden tour, you'll see geraniums are all on the outside of our house. And there it is with the light on. Here in my hanging candle holder, I just have this beautiful blue jar candle. Not much has changed here. I just added my little blue enamelware bucket. That came from a flea market for, I don't know, a couple dollars maybe. I have a few of those. And these guys are just standing guard over the dining room. And here are my place settings for this year. I just have these chargers on the bottom. They're the big heavy porcelain or glass chargers. On top of that, these red plates are just the melamine, I think is what they're called. They're just the, you know, the plastic plates. I don't mind that, mixing those together. I needed a pop of red and there they are. These were like maybe $1 or so each at Big Lots. I mean, they were super inexpensive several years ago. This is a matching set. I have maybe 4 or 8 of these ironstone plates. They have a really pretty scalloped edge there. On top of that, I just layered these beautiful blue and white plates. And I only have 2 and 2. I don't have a full set, so 2 that match and 2 that match, and that's okay with me. They were very inexpensive, probably at Goodwill. I can't remember exactly where I got those. Maybe there's a place where I like to buy dishes when I'm up, when I'm in Holmes County, Ohio. There's several little thrift stores that have dishes for like 10 and 15 cents, so they could have come from there. I just can't remember. Let me see. This is called Coaching Scenes, and it's Johnson Brothers Ironstone. These are just fabulous. It's called Hunting Country. I love these so much. And so that's on top. They're so beautiful, I shouldn't have them covered. But I have my little ironstone bowl on top. This one just says made in England. It's a different sort of hunting scene. So beautiful. What I'm using as a napkin here are really dish towels. They're from IKEA, and I think they're maybe 99 cents a piece or $1.99. They're very inexpensive. And then I tucked in one of those little kind of like skewer picks or something. I don't know exactly what they are, but they have the little ribbons on the edge. And that's my place setting. I have one of these beautiful candles on either side. I just love these candles. These were maybe 75 or 80% off at Hobby Lobby a couple of years ago, and I only burn them every now and then. And then in my big glass jar, I just tucked in an American flag and a couple of those same little picks. And that's my patriotic table setting for this year. Of my dining room, nothing changed except I've added this American flag. I got this at an antique store in a town near me for just a couple dollars a few years ago, and I just love it. And I just draped that across, and it is perfect. Here you can see on this wall of my kitchen, made just a few changes. I purchased this new hanging basket from Hobby Lobby. It's got the rope hanger, which you can barely see, but it does hang by a rope. And I just filled it with these faux geraniums and a stem of eucalyptus from Walmart, an American flag, and then on the front I have this granulated crystal sugar bag. I got this at a flea market several years ago. I don't know if it's old. I kind of don't think it is. It's probably just a piece that's, you know, made to look old. I don't know for sure, but it was a couple dollars. So I just love how that came together. I did not purchase the basket for this space, but I ended up using it here for now. I think it was maybe $13.99 at Hobby Lobby. And I got it for half off. They were half off that week. And I just got that a few weeks ago. Very pretty. And then these things here have just stayed the same. And here on my counter in my kitchen, I've added this stacked server. I did have this, and where it has been for several years, I had a little black table in between those two windows, and this server sat on that black table. But I decided to move it here, and I just moved the black table out just to change it up a little. So on this, I added 2 pieces of blue with the little saucer here that's floral, and the little creamer, I think this is. A whole 50 cents is what I paid for that. I think I paid maybe 10 or 15 cents for this, not very much at all. And these are just a little set of spoons that I got at a flea market or an antique store. I think it was an antique store local here. And of course it's just stacked up here on some ironstone. Same here on the second shelf, ironstone. Inside this wooden box and under it. I love this wooden box so much. I've had this for probably 20 years. I think I got this at a barn sale if I'm remembering right. And I loved it that it said Liberty because that's where my husband grew up. And then to the top, just another little piece here, a little fluted piece, scalloped piece. And then this is an antique cow creamer. My sweet, sweet friend got it for me at her neighbor's yard sale. There was a couple of them and she picked that up for me there. I love it. And then I just stuck in another one of those vintage looking American flags. Corner of the kitchen, just made a few changes. Still have this olive tree, got that at Walmart for $6 on clearance recently. I've got one on either side. Paper towels, tomatoes. It's nice that the red just coordinates for Patriotic decor, huh? And then what I did here for my stand mixer, my KitchenAid, I just put these 2 bowls that I have nested together. These are the thick pottery style bowls. I'm sure there's a name for them. I recently acquired these from my daughter-in-law's sister-in-law, and they belong to my daughter-in-law's grandmother. So I just think these are so sweet. And I just replaced my regular stainless steel bowl with those, and I just laid this little towel in there that has the polka dots, and that is some quote-unquote patriotic decor without buying a single thing. Just some things that I had. It just brings in the colors that you're using when you decorate for the 4th of July. On over here, this is my trouble area. I never seem to have something there that I'm in love with, but that's okay too. It's functional. This is my cutting board that I use all the time. Butter and sweets. That's exactly what's in the jar. Candies and little treats for our grandsons. And then this is an old antique scale. I've had this for many years. I got it at a flea market in think Shipshewana, Indiana. I just layered on this wooden circular cutting board. I love that. That's from the Christmas tree shop. And then this is my husband James' tea cup that he has tea in. I think that came from Harry and David's years ago. And then this is just a little succulent, faux succulent popped down in there. So behind this cutting board, like I said in my last home tour, we have very limited plug-ins in this house. So we've added one of the big squares that you plug into your plug-in, and it gives you like 6 or so. So I have to have that, but it just makes it kind of awkward to decorate around, so that's not such an eyesore. But this is what we have for now, and it works. And on the front of my stove, I replaced the 3 gray towels with just these 2 white flour sack towels. And not much else has changed here. On top of my refrigerator, I still have my vintage picnic basket, the old crock with some eucalyptus, and my rooster. And I stole my kitchen scale that was sitting on top of the big picnic basket to put over on my counter. So I think this is fine, just like it is there. Over here in my piano section of our family room, I changed up a few things, quite a few things. I added this little throw blanket that I just got at the Dollar General a few weeks ago for $10. And then on top of that, I just have my Bible, my devotional, and those things move around everywhere. But that's where they're at for today. My copper boiler, I can't think of the name of this thing, but it is sitting right there. It has a lid. I probably will put the lid on it here. I was thinking about that, but it's upstairs. But I will show you what it looks like with the lid on. I moved my candlesticks here. I had these on my mantle. I just added these wooden beads. I've ordered some of these from Amazon, and they came recently after months because of you know why. I don't even have to say, but they finally got here. These are the new little buttercup roses that I picked up at Walmart for $1.47, and I just laid those there. They look beautiful. And my just real manly looking longhorn steer. I love this guy. He moves around from place to place for some reason. For the last couple summers, I've put him right here, or in this room, I should say. He's been here, he's been other places, but this I think was about $11 or so at Hobby Lobby on a clearance. It was regularly, I don't know, a lot more than that, 50 something maybe. So I like him there. And then just a little candle I've had for a good while that came from Big Lots. I have several of these pieces of wood slabs. They came from here on our property. I like to use those in various places. I have several of these galvanized. They're old, I've had them for a long time. And then this is my new fiddle leaf fig. I got this at Aldi a couple weeks ago for $7.99. And it's been a few places too, but I think this is where it's gonna be for a while. And that's what we've done back here in the piano corner. And I just love it. It's simple and very beautiful. And here is the lid on. The patina on this is just fabulous. Someone recently asked in my last home tour about my tables. I just chalk painted this table and the one at the other end with the Waverly brand chalk paint that I picked up at Walmart. And then I just distressed it and added some of the dark glaze, also from Walmart. And so far they're holding up really great. I like them. I like the look. And then I just added here this Fluff Mud Mercantile candle. A friend vacationed in Charleston, South Carolina, and she knows how much we love Charleston. I helped her plan her trip, and she brought me back this candle. And it is wonderful. It smells like a sweet tea. It's called Sweet Tea Twist, and I just love it. So I added that here. On my last home tour, I had the pillows facing forward, showing this beautiful, more of a floral print. For summertime, I've just turned them around to the side that kind of looks like ticking, and I love it. Kind of reminds me of Stars and Stripes. This is the stripe portion. These came from IKEA. In this area, just a few changes. I added this Simply Blessed sign. I got this at Home, the store called At Home, last year I think, and it just kind of moves around from place to place. This is a new piece I just got at Hobby Lobby last week. I love it. It's the little white glass vase or jar with the beads on it. This beautiful floral piece was only $4.99 for the whole thing. I got that at Old Time Pottery a month or so ago. The only other change, I just tucked in this vintage looking American flag. And that's what the mantle looks like. This is my beautiful dough bowl. I love it so much. I love that it shows this repair on the side. It's got metal here, if you can see that. So beautiful.
This is a real deal antique. We got it at an antique store in Charleston, South Carolina. It was definitely an investment piece, but I fell in love with it, and it was my souvenir for that particular trip. I put different things inside of it from time to time, but it's just filled with these decorative balls now and a flickering candle. This piece I've had in here since the spring. I just tucked in another one of these flags.
And I decided to use this old Pepsi crate. I've had this for years and years. I just haven't used it in a long time. I put that in place of the tobacco basket and filled it with some little pictures.
Back there in the corner is our blanket basket. I took a few out because we don't use as many blankets in the summertime, of course. But I still like to have some when you want to get cozy. I'll link the rug below in the description box. I would buy this rug 100 times over. It is thick, it is plush, it is fabulous. We absolutely love it. I ordered it from Amazon, and just look for it in the description box below. On this couch, I have another cable knit throw, and this beautiful pillow that have these fringes that are gorgeous. This was also a Steinmart find. The back of it is kind of denim, so cute. And then this is a pillow I received as a Mother's Day gift from my son and his wife. She did such a great job with that. I will never have a home that doesn't have pictures sitting out. I love displaying my beautiful family, the people that mean the most to me in my home. So various places through my home, you will find pictures, and it's some of my very favorite part of my decor. My sweet friend recently made these books for me. Aren't they gorgeous? I love it so much. Here in our old wingback chair, I just pulled out this beautiful throw. It reminds me of Americana, of something like Ralph Lauren, or it's that classic Americana look. I love it. And it's actually from Better Homes and Gardens, which is at Walmart, and a sweet friend of mine bought it for me. This pillow was a clearance find at Steinmart years ago. I just pull it out for Patriotic decor.
And all of these pieces just work together to make it such a homey, patriotic, and festive atmosphere here in our home, which is exactly what I was going for. I hope you've enjoyed seeing our home tour at this time of year, all decked out in our red, white, and blue. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. I just can't say enough about how much I appreciate every one of you that come by my channel and watch, who have subscribed, and who give my videos a like. I appreciate that more than I can put into words. I hope you all have a very blessed and safe 4th of July. I hope you enjoy your time with family and friends and reflect back on what a great nation we live in, and say an extra prayer for our country at this time and for those who serve. All right, I will see you guys the next time. God bless.